Up, dudes? I'm late to this because the day this dropped, I had work, so I didn't have time to make a video, but I wanted to. The Gotham Knights, Nightwing and Red Hood gameplay demo dropped, and I have interesting opinions about it. I've already seen this. It's very interesting to say the least. I'm just gonna get right into it and just explain to you guys how I feel about it. Not gonna say anything right off the bat because that was very brief. I will say anything once they actually start dissecting it. So I didn't notice that watching it at first. It says work in progress for in-game footage because right off the bat, the visuals and the graphics aren't very strong, especially because they just announced today, along with this, that the last gen consoles won't be getting the game anymore. PS4 and Xbox One, those ports of the game have been canceled because apparently they can't handle these the way the game runs and the visuals, which these visuals, if these are final, I don't see how these could be too powerful for the last gen. The city itself, I do like. I think for the most part, even these modern looking buildings that you'll see here and later on, like those look pretty modern. Like these buildings right here and like these look pretty modern. They don't look bad. It's not like Arkham Knight where everything's under construction. This 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 is being fucking memed on so hard already. Nightwing is literally dropping tilted towers, dude. Like this Fortnite. This is. I think this is ridiculous. It's kind of like it looks cool, I guess, but it's ridiculous. Before we get into the combat, something like traversal, however the hell you say that, um, can be done in so many different ways for characters like this. There's grapple hooks, there's parkour, there's vehicles. I mean, in the first initial reveal, Batgirl was riding a bat cycle. And I think that's a lot more it makes much more sense and just isn't as cringe looking as Nightwing on a Fortnite glider. Once you see Red Hood's way of traversal, and then Robin can teleport as well. That's another thing. And there's a health bar right here under the time. And there's stuff right here. So the game is taking RPG elements very clearly, which I don't mind. I like that. I think a Batman universe, because it's not technically a Batman game, RPG could be cool as fuck. Um, I just I need to I need to see this again. Just look at this. He's talking about the Lazarus Pit. He got resurrected from the Lazarus Pit, right, Jason Todd? I don't think that gives him the ability to walk on like leap on thin air. He's not Jesus. He shouldn't like Jesus can walk on water, and then my man over here can just kind of like almost fly, really. And it's there's so many interesting things you could do. Like I guess these ways of traversal are interesting to say the least. Um, but I don't like them. Soul energy, they call it. Assuming this is the momentum bar down here. Yep. I think this combat is okay. I think it's kind of average. It's nothing crazy. I was hoping for something more along the lines of the Arkham games. Not exactly like it, but something similar, but also felt fresh at the same time. Like, see, like these group, like that duo takedown, that's cool. That reminds me of Arkham Knight. That's cool. Here's Red Hood on a cycle. See, this is cool. This whole scenario, chasing like some crooks. I think this is really cool. Daggett Industries right there. I'm just trying to look at the visuals to see if I can spot anything. Daggett Industries, that's animated series reference. That's pretty cool. These visuals, man, I just really can't get behind. Tech thing right there. Got more combat. A thing I heard a couple times is the combat could be a lot better. It's just whoever's playing through this demo, it's just not good, and it's just making it look the way it is, which I hope is the case. The Belfry, that's the giant clock. Yeah, okay, that's the clock we saw in the, I think, first or one of the early trailers. Wow. Wow. This map is actually really, this seems pretty fucking big. Holy shit. Wow. Um, I'm okay with that. This seems to be pretty, I think I'm safely gonna say that this is most definitely bigger than Arkham Knight's map, which is I'm okay with. One thing that I'm nervous about, he's gonna go through, he shows these suits. That's cool. I just hope that they don't abuse this whole suit like thing, building thing, and I hope they don't turn it into a microtransaction thing. Because they could very easily have a store and sell um suits and stuff like this, like to upgrade your character. And kind of just like I don't know, I just you could very easily incorporate microtransactions into this whole suit and stats thing. And kind of make your I don't know if they add microtransactions, but the suits don't affect the player stats right here, and they're just for looks, then I think that'd be okay. But if they change the look as well as affect the stats, like you can pay money to get better power, armor, all these stats, then I'd be pissed, and I think that's bullshit. That suit's cool. These suits are cool, but the ones they showed for the ultimate edition and the collector's edition, I think, are far better than these. See, again with the RPG elements, oh, there's rarities to these. See, that could be another sign of maybe there's rarities to it. So I don't know. Um, and there's also levels, which I think is cool. There's a level up system. And I like the set. I like these RPG elements. I think it's cool. I don't mind it. I think they would always be processing something like that. Is that? Yeah, I kind of forgot about this part. That's supposed to be Jason Todd. Why does he have a streak in his hair? Jesus. I think his character design is really generic looking. Like his only feature is that like that scar, but I don't know. He looks very generic. I like Dick's design. I remember this. This is the fast travel, which is cool. The fast bats. I do think that's cool. I like that. I can't get behind this glider. this part of the city, like this right here, that's the Belfry. He just passed the GCPD in these low res buildings. Although they do look fairly basic in shape and just overall look, I still I still kind of like it. I still like the atmosphere and the vibe. Kind of reminds me of like especially these low res buildings. Kind of remind me of Arkham City a little bit. And I like again with the map being so big, I'm pretty sure that areas like over there and across the bridge you can explore, which is cool. Especially like that. I wonder what that is. This building looks really fucking cool. Almost looks like a Wayne Manor-esque looking building, or it's very grand and fancy. Loading screens, open doors. Something Arkham Knight had the advantage of. I feel. Should I feel wrong for comparing this to Arkham Knight? There's no way those guys wouldn't have heard him talking to himself. I like this bit. You can even hear like the stretches from his suit, and I like the stealth. I like that. But do all characters have that ability, or is it a Nightwing specific ability? I feel like the lighting is a bit unrealistic looking. It's a bit off to me. Or fuckheads. One other thing about the combat, it feels or I can't really say it feels because I don't know how it feels, but it looks a bit clunky. Like I don't really know how to explain it. It just doesn't look consistent. I feel like it's trying to be fast paced, but visually it doesn't look fast paced. Like I don't it's weird. He just shot something at him with that I think that's a is that a poison? Was he just poisoned? Is he gonna lose health over time now? He's getting his ass kicked. The more he's getting hit, that bar is filling. That little boy, I think I don't. I wonder what that is. Jesus. I do like how there's RPG elements though, and I've said that already. But I really like the idea of abilities and progression. Getting his fucking shit rocked. Okay, now he's see, and there's also I saw this the first time. This looks like it could be a currency, which I'm assuming is used to upgrade maybe abilities and weapons. Um so that's interesting. But I don't mind it. I'm kind of hoping since there is progression like this that's very upgradable, I'm hoping like maybe the boss battles give loot or increase loot, maybe like you get like a new weapon or something like a costume piece based on the character you're playing. Just things like that I think would be interesting. I believe this is the end of the gameplay demo. I do like the white eyes. They all seem to have all white eyes, which is cool. I do like that. That is how it ends. And like I mentioned earlier, October 25th, couple months. But PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, it's not coming to last gen, but after that demo, visually and graphics wise, and even kind of performance, um, I think I don't think this. is not necessarily worthy of next gen, but I don't think it should have been canceled on last gen because the way this looks now in the current state the game is in or looks, I think this could easily be played on the Xbox One or PS4, or maybe even like an Xbox One X or a PS4 Pro at least, if there's any major differences that allow better performance in the console. Sum up my final thoughts for this this demo. I'm nervous for this game's release because what we've seen, in my opinion, is disappointing and completely different to what we were shown at the last two DC fandoms. I'm pretty sure it was shown at both of them. But the game just looked a lot more promising 2 years ago, or even a year ago, or whenever it was first shown. Like the Batgirl gameplay that we got, that looked promising. That felt and looked completely different to what this is. Maybe it's just because Batgirl plays differently, I guess, but even visually and just overall, it felt different. But I prefer what we got then than this now. So I'm nervous about the game's release. I'm hoping that I'm proven wrong. Um, but I've these days it's hard to be proven wrong when it comes to games. Um, but that's a whole nother can of worms. But overall, I'm nervous for the game. I hope it's a lot better than what we've seen in this demo. I hope the graphics are improved and the visuals are improved. I hope the combat doesn't feel as clunky as it looks. Um, I'm looking. There is things I'm looking forward to. There are things I think could be really cool, like the RPG elements, and the customization. I just hope microtransactions don't get shoved down our throats with the customization because they could very easily do that. Um, but yeah, just overall, um, mixed bag. Really, a lot more less than theirs good. But let me know what you guys think. Because I went to Twitter to look to see what people think, and I saw a couple people that were super excited about it. Um, there's an ultimate edition and collector's edition coming out, which I feel like is kind of a way for them to be like, hey, what you saw today may not look great, but here's this, so still buy our game. Um, and it's kind of tempting, I'm not even gonna lie, because the content in those packages are cool as fuck. You get a statue, and they come with bonus skins. There's like a Batman Beyond skin, and I believe there's Neil Adams, or not Neil Adams, but um there's a comic artist. I forget who it is. I'd have to look. But there's a comic book artist inspired um their skins and they look really nice and I think they're cool. But let me know what you guys think because I'd love to hear how you feel. And if you feel completely different and if you're really excited about this game, but just let me know in the comments. Hopefully I have more videos on the way. I have a lot of ideas and things lurking in my head. I'm gonna try and start writing scripts and doing all that mumbo jumbo fancy stuff. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys again in the future. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, do all that shit. You know how it goes. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.